Salut! When you're learning French, you're probably asking yourself, how should I deal with mon accent, my accent? That's a very, very good question. Should you stop speaking French until you magically get a perfect accent? Should you be ashamed of yourself if you speak French with an accent? Should you try to imitate a stereotypical French accent full of and ooh la la? Well, like all good questions, the answer is at the same time yes and no. I'm Géraldine. Bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV. Sound French, even to the French. Let's dive in. Pourquoi avoir un bon accent? Why would you want to have a good accent? Well, that's a legitimate question. After all, as long as the pronunciation is mostly correct, French people won't really care about your accent. It can be cute. Also, getting the perfect accent can be very, very, very difficult, and the frustration can kill your motivation to learn French. However, the benefits of a good accent can go a long way to help you. It can be a huge boost to la confiance en soi, self-confidence, especially once you start passing as a native in France. And this is everything I talk about in French Conversation with Confidence, how to build your self-confidence even if your pronunciation is not yet perfect. It can also help with la prononciation, the correct pronunciation of some words, and people will generally understand you better. There are also more personal reasons to perfect your accent, such as perfectionism or even simply to show off. There is nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. Though in French, it's not really our accent that betrays our education. Rather, it's the words we use. Use some beautiful or obscure words and you will quickly be seen as sophisticated and elegant in your own rights. Finally, one last warning. The thing is, the French accent doesn't really exist. The Parisian accent is the most mainstream on French TV or radio, but there are many, many other different French accents all across the country and the world. Try to avoid using the wrong accent for the area. We would find it very, very amusing if a foreigner tries to speak with a Quebec French accent in the middle of Paris, for instance. That's a bit hilarious to us. There are a few tips called les astuces to help you get a better French accent. The first one can get you 80% of the way to a native accent. The secret is, for a mainstream French accent, just accentuate the end syllable of any word instead of the beginning of the middle. For example, un ananas, a pineapple, not ananas or ananas. That makes it very, very French, un ananas. A second important thing is to flatten your vowel. This will help you both with pronunciation and your accent as well. In French, a vowel, is always flat. There is no diphthong or long sound. We would say a chair, but la chaise. Very, very short sound. The middle vowel sounds flat. There are a few sounds you should especially practice, most notably le U, le U, le E as well, le E, and the nasal vowels such as on and en. You can practice this sentence, for example. Le tutu fendu de mon tonton. Le tutu fendu de mon tonton. My uncle split tutu. Other difficult sounds in French are the ch, as in le chemin, the path, and more importantly, the R sound, le R, which sounds way harder and rougher than in English. For instance, Robert est reparti pour revoir Rosalie. Robert est reparti pour revoir Rosalie. Robert left to see Rosalie again. If you really want to challenge yourself, but that's very hard even for French people, you can try the most famous virlangues, tongue twisters. That's pretty fun. For example, les chaussettes de l'archiduchesse sont-elles sèches, archi sèches? Les chaussettes de l'archiduchesse sont-elles sèches, archi sèches? Which means, are the socks of the archiduchesse dry, very dry? And another famous one, un chasseur sachant chasser doit savoir chasser sans son chien. Un chasseur sachant chasser doit savoir chasser sans son chien. A hunter who knows how to hunt must know how to hunt without his dog. Finally, the most important tip of all is, of course, s'entraîner to practice. You need to talk to French people and listen to them so that your ear can get better. And remember, you don't need to speak with a French accent to communicate with a native French. If your pronunciation is good enough, no one else will care about your accent. They will care about who you are instead, what you have to say, and your own confidence in saying it. Go talk to people and you will just get better. Une dernière astuce, one last tip. It helped me a lot in English. It will help you as well with your accent in French, but more importantly, it will help you break the thoughts that might still hold you back in learning French. Because French people won't care about your accent that much, but you will. And that's a bit of unconventional wisdom, but trying to find the perfect accent is good for you. Trying, but not stopping if you don't. Because learning and speaking another language can make you self-conscious. You might start to think inconsciemment, subconsciously, that you don't deserve to learn, that you're not good enough, that you're really a poser only, and that it doesn't fit into what you are. And that's bad. You know it's wrong, and the thoughts that are still there and end up sabotaging yourself. And that's where the accent comes in. It's a workaround. So here, my last tip. Choose a French actor or actress that you really like, with a wide enough range of good movies, such as Catherine Deneuve, for example, or Marion Cotillard, or whoever, and learn the language as if you were them. Use their accent, their words, their intonation, talk like them. You will quickly stop feeling self-conscious. You won't feel judged personally. After all, you're only doing an impression, so it's okay. And then after some time, you will find out that you're actually able to communicate well with French people. You can then drop the impression and just be yourself, and you will realize that you dropped it a long time ago. And you will be speaking French with no problem. Et toi, what do you feel about your French accent? Tell me your story in the comment section in French if you dare. I would love to hear from you. On communefrancaise.com, I read all the comments and answer all your questions as well. If you're on YouTube, join us over communefrancaise.com. It's very easy. Do you want more? Subscribe now to join my everyday French crash course. It's a free 10-day mini course to sound French, even to the French, with exclusive lessons such as the 7 ways to agree that French people actually use, and many, many, many others. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and your email on communefrancaise.com and you will receive lesson 1 immediately. And best of all, it's free. Merci for watching Comme une Française TV. Sound French even to the French. Allez, salut!